This is the WJTS News. I'm Bill Potter. In tonight's news, Saturday wrapped up the high school marching band season. State Senator Mark Messmer releases a report on short-term property rentals. In sports, Kurt Guxell reviews the exciting Southridge Sectional Championship victory over Mater Dei in football. Plus, Inform features Joyce Fleck inviting you to participate in this coming Sunday's Mudslinger as a fundraiser for TRICAP. The 2017 Indiana State School Music Association Marching Band season came to a close Saturday with state finals competition held at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis, and 3 Dubois County schools that took part all fared well. Marching bands from Forest Park, Southridge, and Jasper High Schools competed on the Lucas Oil turf, with the Marching Rangers having the strongest showing among the 3, coming up with a 3rd place finish. Both Southridge and Forest Park competed in the Class D level, which saw the nearby Blackhawks of Springs Valley High School capturing 1st place for the 2nd consecutive year. Forest Park finished 2nd behind Valley a year ago. The marching Southridge Raiders placed 7th in that class. Other southwestern Indiana schools competing in the Class D level include the South Spencer Marching Rebels, who finished 9th. The Tell City Marksman Band was 6th, right behind Evansville Mater Dei, who finished 5th. Jasper performed in Class B and picked up a 6th place finish. Plainfield High School grabbed 1st place honors in Class B. Other area marching bands in Class B include Evansville Rights, who came in 9th, and Evansville North, who placed right behind Jasper in 7th. Congratulations to all area high school marching bands and their parents on a great season. A 38-year-old Lamar man was sentenced late last week in a Spencer County court to various counts related to a case of child molestation. Jason Tribble was facing 1 count of aiding, inducing, or causing child molesting as a Class C felony, 1 count of aiding, inducing, or causing sexual misconduct with a minor as a Level 4 felony, and 1 count of maintaining a common nuisance as a Level 6 felony. Spencer Circuit Court Judge John Dart handed down the sentence Friday after accepting the terms of a plea agreement entered by Tribble with the Spencer County Prosecutor's Office. The Indiana State Police and Spencer County Department of Child Services began an investigation about a year ago, October 2016, after Tribble contacted the Indiana State Police seeking to provide information that his girlfriend had engaged in inappropriate sexual contact with a minor. However, during the course of the investigation, law enforcement discovered that Tribble had been involved in arranging and encouraging inappropriate sexual contact with 2 young males while they were under the age of 16. As part of the investigation, a search warrant was executed at Tribble's home, where evidence of possession and use of methamphetamine was also discovered, leading to drug-related charges, including maintaining a common nuisance. Indiana State Police conducted the investigation with the assistance of the Spencer County Sheriff's Department. Tribble was arrested on October 5th of last year on the drug-related charges, and later charged on January 23rd of this year with the sex crime offenses. Tribble entered into a plea agreement regarding the charges on October 6th. And entered guilty pleas to aiding, inducing, or causing child molesting, a Class C felony, aiding, inducing, or causing sexual misconduct with a minor, a Level 4 felony, and maintaining a common nuisance, a Level 6 felony. Pursuant to the agreement accepted by the court, Tribble was sentenced to 17 years to the Indiana Department of Correction, with 11 years of the sentence to be executed and 6 years to be suspended. Upon release from the Department of Correction, Tribble is subject to GPS monitoring, is required to register as a sex offender, and will be subject to very strict special probation conditions for adult sex offenders. Now, the public is encouraged to report suspected child abuse or neglect by calling the Indiana Department of Child Services at 800-800-5556. That's 800-800-5556, or local law enforcement. Anyone with information regarding criminal activity of any kind may leave a tip anonymously through the Spencer County Crime Tip Line at 800-615-6088. 800-615-6088, or online at spencoprosecutor.org/crime-tip-line. Officials with the National Weather Service are planning damage surveys today after a line of strong to severe storms crossed parts of south central Indiana Sunday afternoon and evening. We'll have a look at the forecast coming up here on WJTS. As of now, a survey crew plans to head to Orange and Washington counties here in southern Indiana. Little damage has been reported at this point, but one storm in western Washington County displayed a radar-confirmed tornadic signature in the small community of Springville, just north of Bedford. The American Red Cross has responded to tornado damage caused by Sunday afternoon storms. Emergency officials determined that 5 homes were destroyed, while several others suffered varying amounts of damage. The Red Cross opened an evacuation facility as volunteers worked throughout the night in that area, collaborating with the local sheriff's department in Lawrence County to notify residents or Washington County that an evacuation center was available due to the power outages and limited communications. Strong storms moved across the state of Indiana on Sunday, causing damage in multiple counties and bringing reports of tornado watches and warnings. The National Weather Service reported winds at 65 miles per hour and confirmed at least 2 tornadoes. An exhibition college basketball game between Indiana University and the University of Indianapolis in Bloomington was delayed as a warning came in notifying area residents that a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 12 miles north of Bedford and was moving east. IU officials advised students to take shelter and ushered fans at Simon Scott Assembly Hall into designated shelter locations. Locally, DuBois County was spared from the strongest storms with no serious damage reported to the DuBois County emergency management officials. However, authorities were dispatched to an area along Highway 56 near Crystal where a tree had fallen in the roadway. Officials with the City of Jasper Street Department say beginning today, Monday, the department will begin their annual curbside loose leaf collection. As in the past, the street department will attempt to collect residents' loose leaves on the same day as their trash pickup day. They ask that loose leaves are in the gutter by 7 a.m. on your regular trash pickup day. Also, do not put limbs, twigs, rocks, or other yard debris in the loose leaf pile, as that does damage equipment. In the event that leaves are not picked up on the designated day, perhaps due to heavy collection or other unforeseen events, they will be picked up as soon as possible. In accordance with an order by the President of the United States, Governor Eric Holcomb is directing flags statewide to be flown at half-staff to honor the victims of the selfless and horrific attack in Sutherland Springs, Texas. Flags should be flown at half-staff until sunset this Thursday, November 9th. Short-term rental companies like Airbnb are becoming increasingly popular with travelers and homeowners. By renting out their home or even just a spare bedroom in their home for a week or over weekends, homeowners can supplement their income. And travelers can enjoy the conveniences of staying in a house rather than a hotel when on the road. Recently, some communities around Indiana have attempted to ban property owners from renting out their homes on a short-term basis. As a result, the Interim Study Committee on the Commerce and Economic Development, which District 48 State Senator Mark Messmer of Jasper chairs, was charged with studying the topic of local restrictions on these short-term rentals. This past week, the committee approved its final report, which is an official document that details the findings of the committee. Messmer says the report affirms the state's priority of protecting personal property rights over any undue restrictions placed by local governments.
Residential use of a person's own home is a basic property right. Short-term rentals, by their nature, do not shift a property from being primarily residential into being commercial. Our final report extends this protection only to a person's primary residence. A second home may receive additional restrictions since the purpose of that property is primarily commercial.
Messmer says cities are not powerless from stopping truly disruptive renters and tenants in both short-term or long-term rentals, since they can still pass ordinances to regulate noise, parking, and trash. He says he believes these types of ordinances are a better way to oversee this growing industry rather than government regulation that attempts to ban the practice altogether.
Short-term rentals provide tourism development and exposure to areas that previously lacked such opportunities. There's evidence to show that short-term rentals actually increase property values in an area. Indiana has a reputation as a business-friendly, technology-savvy state, and we should encourage this booming industry to grow in our most in-demand cities.
And as always, feel free to contact Messmer's office directly with any questions and concerns by email at senator.messmer@iga.in.gov or by calling him on the phone, 800-382-9467, 800-382-9467. Stay tuned. We'll be taking a look at weather, Kurt with sports, and Inform still to come on 18 WJTS, Local People Watching Local People.